we're taking a look at the Allegro in Parkening Book number 1 by Mauro Giuliani. So first finger on the second string in the first fret and your second finger on the third string in the second fret. Okay, your pattern for the right hand is pretty much the same throughout the piece. P, I, M, I, A, I, M, I. That's unless you have, as you do in the second fret, a bass run in between the same note, which is like a pedal. So you're doing the same A in between, so your second finger is staying there, while your first finger is going to move to the B, and then your third finger plays the C, and then you have the open A, and in between all of those, your I finger is playing the third string. So with those first two measures you have in the next measure, we have a D minor chord, and our second finger can stay right on that A. Super handy. And now you're going to go back to the pattern that you had in the first measure. P, I, M, I, A, I, M, I. And then you're going to do the pattern that you had in the second measure. P, I, P, I. Now you have the D string open. You're going to play the E, and then the F, and then back to the open D. So that's a similar pattern that you played in the second measure. All right, so now for that third and fourth measure you have okay, now you're going to have to let go. Second finger goes to the E, and your first finger is going to go to the G sharp. Okay, and now I forgot to mention the dynamics. In the first two measures, you're playing P, which is softly, right? So you're going to play soft, and then when you get to MF in the third measure, that is mezzo forte. So that's a little bit loud, moderately loud. And then when you get into the fifth measure, which is where we are right now, you're going to be playing F, which is forte, which means loud. Okay, so we are learning all about dynamic markings and tempo terms here in this part of the book. So it's important that we pay attention to these. Okay, it's going to make the piece sound more musical too when you implement these things. So we have the E, same pattern, and the same PI-PI pattern. It's important that you don't lift this G sharp too early, because you're going to want to get to this next chord quickly, but you can't lift this finger too early and play a G natural, because that will sound bad. That's not in the music. Okay, so from there, your third finger goes to the C, your second finger goes to the A, and your first finger goes to the C. Now you're playing. Okay, and then you're going to bring this up to the B, first finger on the G sharp, and your pinky is on the D. And you see a decrescendo marking. Okay, so you have been loud for that whole line, except when you get to the end of this line, you're going to bring it down, because in measure 9 on the next line, you're going to be soft. So what you did was you gradually brought that down. This is just a repeat of the first line. A little bit louder. Now we're supposed to be really loud here. Back to an A minor chord. The only thing happened there was that we went from the E here to an E an octave lower. So we had softly, we're going to lift our first finger. And then we have an E chord. We're softly still. And now on the last line, we're going to get loud again. And now the pattern for the right hand changes. On the last line, the pattern is going to be P-I-M-A. Okay? P-I-M-A, P-I-M-A for each chord. Okay? So we have an A minor, P-I-M-A, an E7 chord, and that's with the pinky, okay? And now we're going to change it a little bit. We're going to go back to the A minor, and this time we're going to go back to the G sharp, but no pinky this time. Okay, and now we're going to be softly and play exactly the same thing, but just with a different dynamic. And then at the end, you want to retard. Retardando means just slow down gradually. And then you want to end with two A's. So we're still in the key of A minor is where we started. So we're going to play those, pinching them together. And then you want to bring your thumb up and rest it lightly on the 6th string to end, because it will just let that A that you just played, it will keep that from ringing out. It will sound just a bit cleaner at the ending there. So you would have like so. That finishes our lesson for Mauro Giuliani's Allegro in the Christopher Parkening book, which is a little bit of an abbreviated version, as I said before. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. Hit a like if you liked it, and if you have any comments, I'd love to hear them. And hope you enjoyed the lesson. Bye.